What is up, YouTube? We are the Great Canadian Apes. My name is James Marin.
I'm Jim Marin.
And we are not financial advisors, so take everything we say with a grain of salt. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're looking at Progendi. They had a strong day today. Awesome day. So they had a high of 353, a low of 301. And take a look at this. Post-market, they're like back at 353, 352, up 18% on the day. That is awesome. So let's dig right into the news here. So Progendi to participate in the Piper Sandler 33rd Annual Virtual Healthcare Conference. So they announced today that the company will participate in a pre-recorded fireside chat at the Piper Sandler conference, which will be available on the conference website beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern.
7 a.m. Pacific.
On November 22nd, 2021. A link to the fireside chat will also become available at the same time in the investors section of the company's website at progendi.com/presentations. Progendi will be participating in one-on-one meetings with investors on Tuesday, November 30th, and meetings can be requested exclusively via Piper Sandler. So I was wondering, what is Piper Sandler, right? So this is what it is. So delivering a thoughtful perspective on tomorrow's trends. I think that's definitely Progendi with, you know, all this new products they got coming out, that type of a thing.
147 patents.
150, I think.
Whoa.
The goal of each conference is to bring together key industry executives, investors, and our own professionals to provide multiple perspectives, investigate critical trends, and identify the leaders in the markets that are driving our economy.
I smell money.
I smell money too, so that is a great thing for Progendi. Maybe they'll be able to talk about partnerships.
The Jill Howe's going to be there.
Exactly.
The Hallmark lady.
Yes.
Bringing our Christmas tendies.
Indeed. So I think there's going to be great things coming out of that as well. And now I'd like to turn it over to Jimmy, who's going to talk about a little bit of the financials.
Alrighty, so the short interest reports for PROG is that we got a short squeeze score of 94.54, which is, again, one of the highest of all the 5,000 companies, 6 out of 5,400 companies. The share availability was down to 100,000 at the end of the day. And if you wanted those, you had to pay upwards of, they're posting 70% here, but it's upwards of max of almost 300% on Ortex. Short sales volume, half's going to the dark pool.
Yeah, half is going to the dark pool. So I urge everybody who's watching this, please contact your broker. Make sure that it isn't going to the dark pool and that it's going directly to the New York Stock Exchange. For example, we contacted our broker, I think a couple months ago, to make sure, because what the dark pool is, I'm just going to blatantly say it, it's manipulation. It's allowing the market makers and hedge funds to control the price by putting it in this dark pool, because the stock market, everything in business, supply and demand, and if you cut off the demand by putting it into the dark pool, obviously the stock isn't going to go up. But you as a retail investor can directly contact your brokerage and ask them whether it is or isn't going to a dark pool, and that if they say it is, then you can tell them that you do not want that and they legally have to listen to you as the customer. So awesome. I would urge everybody to do that.
Make that happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because all those shares, everyone counts. Failure to deliver. Oh my goodness. We got to take a look at this. And now before I go on failure to deliver, return potential. So for you, for your grandma, for Christmas, for anybody wants to talk about this with your community, with your relatives, that sort of thing. Look at this. Even outside of the short squeeze potential, the gamma squeeze potential, we've got 2 holds, 2 buys, target price is $6. Return potential on this right now is listed as 102%.
That's awesome.
That's not awesome, eh? And then take a look at the utility rate is now way still up there, 99.89%. We've got the free float on loan of 53%. Shares on loan, 36 million shares on loan. And that then only leaves 28 million available which I'll get into in a moment. Now, the short interest change, let's take a look actually, is this minus 5.83%. Now, what's interesting about that is the SEC today put out their failure to delivers. And it's like, boom, there we go. They thought that was happening. Boom, yellow candles. Holy, we got
the boom, boom,
boom,
yellow.
boom, yellow, because they can't pay their bills.
Yeah.
They're trying to short this thing. They don't have enough money to pay their bills at the end of the day. It's like selling stock in a retail place and you don't have to, you can't balance your till at the end of the day. They've been on the threshold list since October 12th. There's no other company. I'll have to recheck. There might be 2 other companies been on there that long. But we're looking at price of $3.60 close. $21.9 million is the latest failure to delivers on these guys.
Wow.
Now, maybe based on that, because they can't pay their bill anyway, and 20% up today.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they might just be returning some of their shares, saying, because there's different parties there too. Sure, there's Ethereum trying to do their thing, but there's other hedge fund companies that may or may, they're doing this for different reasons. But if the company, they must be thinking, holy smokes, we're just going to give them back, because if we short them, this thing's going to go to the moon. Maybe we got a white flag going on here already. Yeah. You never know.
You never know.
Okay.
This is kind of fun. So today's date, the 15th, keep going down. Let's see the companies that are shorting this. And we got shitted out right there.
Put in there for 200,000 puts. There you go on today. Oh, November 15th. Oh, you put in puts for today when it went up by 20%.
Take that, Ken Griffin. I mean, like, literally, you're gonna bet against a company that's doing good for humanity. You know what? That's just a dick move, man. It is.
It is.
It's like,
the guy's
you deserve
got billions.
this shit.
How about try to help billions and not try and short this?
Literally.
Unbelievable. Buddy, you gotta take a look in the mirror sometime. All right. So this was a clip from earlier today of the options chain. And take a look at it. Did somebody make a mistake here?
I think somebody made a mistake here.
Did somebody all of a sudden say, oh, I thought you said to sell 10,000 contracts or 40,000 contracts, not 3. Oh, I got my decimal place mixed up here, eh? Oh my gosh. Look at the percentage of possible in the monies for this Friday. That is what's going to make this gamma squeeze just unbelievable. And challenging the hugeness of the GME and the AMCs from earlier this year. And so because at $2, we got 1 million coming in the money. At $2.50, we have another 1.3 for a total of 2.3 million. At $3, we've got another 4 million coming in for a total of 6 million. At 3.5, you've got an additional 3 for 9, etc. And it just goes up. And take a look at the float that we're looking at. I mean, the total free float on this is only 68 million. And that's the red. That's what's already taken. That's what they've already shorted of the available. They've already shorted 36 million. The available and free float is only 31.
And then you got the 6 million failure to deliver. And I have some shares.
I got some shares. You apes have some shares, and we're not selling them. So where are they going to get them from? And the price is going to skyrocket. Gamma squeeze. Here we go. And so we've got, because there's not many left there's only about 31 million at best. With those failure delivers, you're down to like 25 million. Okay, let's take a look at this. So at these various strike prices, these are the in the money calls based on that blue slice of pie. That fairly small blue slice of pie. So when you get up to the $3, or let's say right now we're at $3.50, 32% of the available free float needs to be purchased for the $3.50. And they haven't purchased them. They haven't hid them back in the 50 cent sets. Or I heard people earlier today saying that, oh, well, I think they put them back into the 50 cents. There isn't any. Open interest. What's that? 20,000? At a buck, what's that? 50,000? You got to cover 10 million, not like 50,000. They do not have them hidden low. They haven't bought these things yet.
No way.
And so here, as it goes up, we got from the $3, almost 25% of it, $3.50, the going up to 32%, $4, 43% at $4.50. This is gammaing up 50%, 52% of what's left. Unbelievable. They've got to buy that, right? And so now you might be wondering what the
they wouldn't even be able to, because I'm holding stock and you're holding stock and other people are holding stock.
That's it. We're talking about, this is the mother of all gamma squeezes. MOAGS. This is MOAGS. You've heard of the MOAGS? This is the MOAGS. This is just going to be unbelievable. And so this is, and now you might be wondering what the mauve line is and what the green line is. The mauve line, funny enough, we, back in June when AMC ran up.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
When it
went from 12 to 72.
Absolutely. That is what the level of in the monies were when that produced that gamma squeeze. Let's take a look at it. Just before the big run up from $12 to $72 for AMC from May 20th to June 2nd, there were approximately 20 million calls for the May 28th expiry date and another 10 million in the money for June 4th. Now, with the float of 500 million, this was approximately 3%, of the total available, right? Of the total free float. And now, even though it went up and therefore consuming this number as well out of the money, because I believe by the time it hit, most of it did go into the money by the June 4th. It was this May 28th that they had to cover for, and that wasn't all that huge. It was only at 7%, and it went from $12 to $72 in that gamma squeeze. And of course, FOMO kicks in at that point and that sort of thing. And there's going to be huge FOMO in this, because if you're not in it yet, there's still time, but don't sell. Not financial advice. And don't and talk to your people about this, because this is an awesome opportunity. Now, for PROG in the money calls on November 19th at $3.50, that equals 15% of the total free float. 5 times that of AMC numbers of the 3%.
Wait, so all I'm hearing from you is rockets, boom, boom, and like moon.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
In that order. And 33% of the available, not including short sales free float. So that is 10 times the AMC numbers is what they have. Because they've got, like, the AMC had, I still have AMC, and I love AMC, and that baby is still going to go to the moon, and we're going 2 rocket launchers together, and we'll get GME in there, and we're all friggin', we got 3 going to the moon. And so, and this is going to be one that can tip it over. Now, for the GME, when you take a look at the green, that's where the GME was. This is where...
When it went to $500.
When it went to $500 the weekend before. So I researched back in the weekend, watched a lot of those videos from January 24th and various YouTube announcers, and they're doing a great job, saying about what could happen the next week. And what they were saying on the Friday, January 24th, 2021, was that there was now going to, when the price went that week from in the 30s, 40s up into about the 60, and so there was all kinds of in-the-money calls all of a sudden. And then on the Monday, Tuesday, that would have been like January 26th, January 27th and around, then they had to buy all those. Well, those only comprised, they had to buy 10 to 15 million. Those only comprised 10 to 15% of the overall float. And so on January 24, 2021, for GME, GameStop's free float was approximately 47 million. And approximately 10 to 15 million in the money shares were needed to be purchased approximately 25%. The result 4 trading days later was that increase to $483 on January 28th, up from the $40 the previous week. And so if PROG closes the week above 350, that would be in the same percentage. You know, obviously companies to companies are different, that sort of thing. But honestly, I think apes are stronger now than they were back in January. And
we're resilient. We've been through it before.
We've been through shit before. We've been up. We've been down. We know how to hodl. We certainly know how to hodl this thing for the next 2 weeks. That's all we got to do. Maybe in the next week.
One thing that I do want to say, though, about the calls is if you're not experienced, do not buy calls. You could lose all your money. I would totally buy shares, and shares is going to help the cause immensely. And you know what? If your shares go up to friggin' whatever, you're with the moon, too. Like, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, I got shares. I got a lot of shares.
A lot of shares. Yeah. And they're looking good. And they're, you know, up 20% today. The failure delivers is up, 6 million outstanding. They've got all these in the money calls right now. Right now, after hours, it's over 350, baby.
Oh,
that is like a ton. The percent of the float now, as we speak, that they have to buy is the exact same percentage of float that they had to buy in GME from their free float, and 10 times what AMC had to do to get up to $72. And it's a great company, and they're going to the conference.
They're going to the conference. Hopefully some news will come out of that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
And thank you for our Korean apes
that
contacted us. And from Dallas,
and,
we had a Canadian
ape from Texas, which is awesome.
Yeah. And funny, both of us have... James's grandparents are from Chicago. My dad's from Chicago as well. So we got the U.S. and Canada. We're rocking pretty good. We got some German, we got some Irish. We got all kinds all over. Apeism. Here we go.
And anyways, I'm going to link in the description below to some Reddit servers and Discord servers for Progendi. Some really, really good ones that we've been in for a bit now. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe, like, comment, share on social media, all that fun stuff. We finally got a Twitter, The Great Canadian Apes, so check us out on there. I'll link it. And thank you guys so much for watching. And let's go to the moon!
Let's go!
Woo!